The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 148. Mine eyes prevent the night watches, that I might meditate in thy word. Okay, first and foremost, I like to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Agams that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this video be edifying first and foremost to the whole elect, and to those that cleave to the body. And this epistle will be about for brothers who stay up late. You know, you kind of wonder, you know, brothers be like, I just can't sleep, you know, different times or whatever. But it's been repeatedly written in the scriptures, you know, when Esdras was given visions, you know, the Lord would you know, you stay awake, trances, when you go in trance and the Lord is delivering something to your spirit, more than likely he have you awake, though yet, you know, he'll put you in a trance. All right, but you know, he'll keep you up. You know when things of the scriptures plague your heart and you can't figure them out, the Lord will leave you woke and bring you to a video or edifying lesson from a brother where the Lord will deliver things to you. But it's just specifically just for Akim who stay woke. All right, because you know, you got the saying or the cliche that you know the later it is, the more open your understanding is, and also you know, the demonic energy and spirits are in the darkness. So the night, you know, this night that we're talking about is spent. The night is spent with, you know, drawing more wisdom without yourself, you know, studying, looking up things, you know, it's all kind of things, just looking and watching, you know, because you got time, you know, ain't nothing really moving, ain't nothing going on, you know, so it's really a time to be able to be blessed. You know, he that read it is blessed. Blessed is he that read it. You know, and like you said, the Lord will open your understanding. You know, not that he only do it during the night, but I'm specifically pointing towards the night, because I know a lot of brothers that stay up late. I myself personally can't do it, right? But then, you know, I saw a few scriptures and I was like, well, what the hell? You know, not that I'm, you know, start trying to stay up late, but you know, brothers done said, man, in the night, you know, they got visions, you know, saw things, chariots, you know, different things have happened, you know, and the Lord is working. Basically, the Lord is working around the clock. And also for those brothers that stay up at night, you know, they're the reporters for the brothers who go to sleep early, you know, and then you got brothers in the morning who report for those brothers, you see. So it's around the clock. You know, that line is going out in Psalms 19, you see, day and night. Let me get that. All right, that day and night. Let's get that. See, you know, so this is the matter of it, you know, and the balance of obviously, you know, brothers in the morning too. But I want to specifically do the night, because I always wonder how in the hell brothers stay up all night. And brothers be like, I can't go to sleep. You know, more brothers stay up at night, I believe, and brothers who go to sleep, you know, they stay up or can't sleep or whatever the case may be. That's never really the issue with me. Not issue, but I never really have those, you know, I never kind of run into that. I usually, when I lay down, I usually could just go to sleep. I'm not a heavy dreamer. Obviously, I dream, but, you know, not often or remember my dreams much. But for the most part, I just, you know, to stand up in the night is just kind of, you know, it gets by me, you know. And I'm not even a morning person, to be honest with you. Like, since I don't stay up, then obviously, you know, we're in hell. Your body just subject to getting up, you know. It's subject to a pattern, so to say, right? Not, you know, I'll get up because I'm an early bird. You know, I look to get the worm first, get my work out the way, and you know, but when I do get up, it's like the twilight time of the night, in which, I've spoken with brothers who have been up and didn't go to sleep, because I still get up early. at the dawn, or with the birds, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. So I'm still, I'm still right in that window, of being able to kind of experience, some of the spiritual things the Lord is revealing to brothers, and amongst other things. And that's why I utilize my time in the morning, because that's when my spirit is most high. So I can understand if those brothers are woke, what they probably experiencing, but I'm not woke, and then, there's always a balance. Should you be woke, and the fucking demons will get on you too. So the portals are open, right? The portals of wisdom is open, and also, the Lord, it's high time in the night, the demons are running rampant, all right? But this is Psalms 19:1. It says, a psalm of David, the heavens declare the glory of the Most High, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day uttereth his speech, and night unto night sheweth knowledge. You see? Night unto night sheweth knowledge. Now, yeah, obviously, I'm not dismissing day. I'm just putting emphasis on night here, right? Simply because I would put the lesson together. I was like, damn, I just started the brothers who stay up at night, and I found that interesting. I got a couple more precepts. All right, they ain't gonna be long, but just shout out to those brothers who do labor in the night, man. All right, putting thoughts together, putting lessons together. Whatever they're doing, and the Lord is keeping their eyes, making their eyes somewhat be heavy, that they can still be watching for the elect souls, man. While some brothers sleep, some brothers speak. Brothers going live in Hawaii and different places. Brothers going to California on the East Coast. Times is different, a few hours off. Brothers are reporting. Them brothers will be doing camp, and I'll be going to sleep or laying in bed. But it's 2-3 hours back. It may be midnight here, but 9 o'clock there, 10 o'clock, whatever. But for the most part, this news is, the work is not stopping. All right. Obviously, during the day, that's brothers 9 to 5s, and they gotta go to work, and for the most part, but for those brothers who do that and stay woke, shout out, salute. All right. It says, there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Their lines is go out through all the earth, through this World Wide Web, which that shit is wicked, satanic. All right, put the symbol up on that shit. That shit deals with DARPA, with the 666. All right, the WWW. It says, and that words went to the ends of the earth. In them had he set a tabernacle for the sun. All right, which is this wisdom, for this wisdom to go out. A house for wisdom to go out. That's the tabernacle for the sun, because there's no house for the sun. All right. Oh, this wisdom going forth like a house of wisdom, and through that house of wisdom, he set up apostles and elders to push forth this word day and night. All right. It says, which is a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. Absolutely. See, his going forth is from the ends of the earth, and his circuit unto the ends of it, and there is nothing here from the heat thereof. All right. So that's all I had in that. But back in the Psalms 148, 119 and 148 in the NLT, I stay awake through the night, thinking about your promise. You see that? And in 147, I prevented the dawning of the morning and cried, I hope in thy word. You see, brothers wait up to receive a blessing or receive something in the spirit for the Lord. Like Jacob wrestled with the angel. Notice Jacob wrestled with the angel till the day broke. All right, let's get that. All for to see a blessing, right? Look, this is Genesis 32, an account when Jacob encountered the angel, All right, and he was adamant on being blessed, and was willing to stay up day and night to, to get it. He was willing to hold on until he get it, no matter how long, if he was tired, whatever. It's Genesis 32 and 24. And Jacob was alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. See that? Okay. 25. And when he saw that he had prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And he said, let me go. So even when he broke Jacob's thigh, or hurt him or pierced him, what he did, the angel, right? The angel still said, and he said, let me go. So Jacob was strong. And Jacob, through in reincarnation, we believe Jacob was David. All right. It says, if Isaac was Yahweh Shai, then Jacob and David, man. Not he's the king of Israel. Then not Jacob is the father of the 12 tribes. But hey, it says he touched the hollow of his thigh. Oh yeah, let me go, for the day breaketh. You see, the day breaketh. He said, I will not let thee go except thou bless me. So, sometimes, brothers get blessed with visions and, spiritual thoughts, excellent things, all right, that they can pass forward to other brothers. They see things that brothers may not have seen, prior to the night, to the day. Because remember, the night is kind of still, right? So it's a good time to have a balance of both out, man. And, it's a high time of iniquity. The elites are working on their bed, because while we sleep, they woke. All right? While we sleep, the wicked is woke. Right? So Jake usually sleeps to go to sleep in the night to get up for work in the morning. The old American 9 to 5. All right? The elites are woke. So our brothers need to be woke. That's a balance, man. Got a term down here, man. We can't get no more out this night. Hey, shit, Jay, get a lot out tonight, man. And again, this epistle is to brothers who stay woke. Let's get this Genesis. Well, I got one more in Psalms 119. Let's see. And 62. It says, at midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgments. Yeah, at midnight, you see. So, again, we just, the middle of the night, and again, like I said, I'm just putting emphasis on the nighttime, and basically showing how important it is to, for that balance to go for it. I always scratch my head sometimes, because I used to scratch my head like, now, brother, what the hell? Brother, like I can't sleep. Demons bother brothers too. In the night, most of the time we hear the stories, it be overnight. With the demons that got on brothers holding them down and different things like that. So it got to be a high spiritual time. Your mind got to be working highly spiritually. It got to be a defense. And if all the brothers did they work early in the day and nobody was woke at night, who would then report any major matters that's happening? You see? So it's necessary and needful, right, for brothers to watch. A watchman, you got brothers that, watchmen that sit in the watchtower day, at night. So it's a night shift, because you have to watch all day, right? So it's part of the blessing. Let me get this this Genesis 32. I didn't have this in the lesson. And see what it says concerning a break day. All right, sent them over. Yeah, right. Jacob wrestled with the man to the break of day. Some amazing things have happened through the nights, man. Yeah, men have stayed up studying, in the Lord, or looking up things in the night, sleepless, trying to find out the Lord, and the Lord appeared unto him, man, in the 12th hour. It says, this left Jacob alone in the camp, and the man can't wrestle with him until the dawn begin to break. All right, let's see in he blessed him. God face to face. Verse 26. In the NLT, Genesis 32 and 26, the man said, let me go, for the dawn is breaking. Jacob said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. So he was standing upon his blessings at, in that midnight hour. And maybe that's when the Lord may give brothers visions and, thoughts and, multiply visions into his prophets at a high rate, at a spiritual high rate. All right. Let's get this in Psalms. Okay. Psalms 42 and 8. Yet Yahweh will command his loving kindness in the daytime, and in the night his song shall be with me. See? And my prayer unto the power of my life. Right? You see? So that song will be with you in the night. Right? So it'll tarry with you. See? In the NLT. But each day Yahweh pours his unfailing love upon me. And through each night I sing his songs, praying into our power who gives me life. All right? So these songs is what? These precepts, the prayers, at different times, and when men asking for things through the Spirit. All right? The Lord is revealing it unto them, giving it to them. Remember the prayer of a righteous man availeth much. So there's the Lord work has to continue. All right? Day unto day and night unto night. You see? So, bless, just shout out to those brothers who's on that night watch. We are all on our watches, and it's not this times I done stayed up. So let's not be simple here. But I'm like, for the brothers who, kind of, that's their lot almost, So this is Acts. I ain't intend for this to be long, man. But hey, quick meditation. A couple more thoughts came to me than I expected, Acts 16 and 25. It says, and at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed, who have a great report amongst the men in the Bible, and sang praises unto the Heavenly Father. And the prisoners heard them. And suddenly, this happened at midnight, there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prisons were shaken, and immediately all the doors was open, and everyone's bands were loose. So a spiritual, a miracle happened, but they were singing at midnight. Why they placed it at midnight? Like, why couldn't be during the day? But it's just another thing that, kind of think about and look at. It's a very big deal. Nah, but the Spirit had me get, for this lesson to come over me. That's it, man. Like I said, I'll get another one or two. Get out of here. This Job. $35. And 10, it says, but none said, verse 9, by reason of the multitude of oppression, they make the oppressed to cry. They cry out by reason of the arm of the mighty. All right. It's David said, I make my bed the night to swim in, to cry unto the Lord you know, it says, but none said, where is my power, my maker, who giveth songs in the night? You see? Who giveth songs in the night. All right? Give you the spirit to continue. All right? Because in the night, a lot of news come out. Right? News mostly come out in the night, more than the morning. Because he is stand up on his bed all night to continue to oppress us. See? See that? Bed. Let me see if I can pull that up. All right. Psalm 63:6, when I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee in the night watches. All right. Song of Solomon 3:1, by night on my bed I sought him whom my soul loved. I sought him, but I found him not. And then if you keep looking, right, that was when Solomon was just speaking of, how he went hard. He stayed up looking for him. All right. Searching, meaning he was diligent in his search for the Lord, man. All right. And some brothers don't go to sleep till their spirit done been quenched, with something, by that. See, we stay up on their beds. All right, let's just get this beds right here. I'm gonna try to get this for these devils. All right. Yeah, Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. But they stay up all night to continue to find a way to oppress Jay. And that's why having the brothers who stay woke, all right, it's an offset. All right, you can offset it. All right, so I'll get out of here with this one. Oldie but goodie, Isaiah 62. And 6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. See? Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence, and give him no rest till he establish, until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. So salute, salutations to the items, that's pushing, that stay up day and night, preach this word, watch for our souls. All right, and ultimately, no slight to the brothers that do it during the day. I just want to put emphasis on the brothers through the night. All right, because there's a heavier trial of thought process and different things, because those portals are open and Satan is at his work, right? Satan work in the night heavily. Satan work all day, but that night, he ramp it up. All right, so the water for the spirit of the brothers who stay up late, continue to get it. May the Lord continue to bless your spirit to continue to report brothers who sleep or that can't report the works of the Lord. All right, so out of wine, what does that was that a fine man? Till next time, I say shalom.